In this video, we're going to do a crayon roll. Super easy, so simple. Going to use a little hair tie to hold it together. Alright, let's get started. To make the crayon roll, I've got two fat quarters. I got these at Walmart. So I've got the one with the little cute little crayons on it and this little multicolor. Trying to find something that wasn't girly or guy-ish. So just kind of a neutral little colorful dots. Some fusible interfacing, something to cut with scissors or a rotary cutter, an elastic hair tie, or you can use ribbon or fold over elastic or something like that. Mark Be Gone, this is a water-soluble pencil pen, and so it'll go away after I mark it. Measuring stuff, and some crayons. Sewing machine, of course. This is our outside fabric, and so we're going to need two of these 5 by 16.5, and I've already cut this one's going to be my pattern for here, and I've already trimmed this to the edge so that it is actually 16.5 wide. So we're going to make 1-inch pockets for our crayons, and then this will give us a 1/2 inch seam allowance on each side. No, a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Sorry, 1/4 inch seam allowance. I'm pressing my interfacing to the wrong side of my outer fabric. All right, I have my middle. I just folded it to find the middle, just like that, and I marked it with a pen. This is just kind of a cheater way. And so I'm going to line this up on this edge. Now if you don't have an edge like this, that's fine. Just use a ruler and do your markings. But I know that 2 of these grids, that cap does not fit on there. It never has fit on there. Never will fit on there. So I don't know why I try. But I do. Alright, so I'm going to mark this halfway here. And then I'm going to 1 inch here and here as I go. Make it big enough so that I can see it. I pinned in the middle, and then a couple of places. You don't have to pin every little section, and it's pinned to the non-interfaced side. This is going to be the back. So now we're going to go to the sewing machine. I'm going to start in the middle. My machine is set to a straight stitch and about a medium length, about a 3, and I'm going to back stitch. Now, you can stop and cut here and then move back up to the middle here, or you can just turn around and stitch from the bottom. Back stitch. Put that back in there, so that's where we end off. Scooch over and do it again. So put the needle down right on that edge, do a little back stitch, And we'll clip these threads here in a minute. I'll show you about that. But if you want to start from the top each time, you can. Get these pins out. Alright, I'm going to go all the way to the end, and then I'll come back and do the other side. Alright, all the stitching is done, so I'm going to just clip just on the top those threads. I'm not going to worry about the ones that are on the bottom or on the underside. Nobody's ever going to see the inside of this thing, or I hope that nobody ever sees the inside of this. Just clip these, and then we're going to add a hair tie. And you can use a ribbon, like I said, if you want to do that. Alright. So I'm going to find my middle again. A little pin. There we go. Now, and then find the middle of my hair tie. So there's my little hair tie. And that little bendy part right there, I'm not going to bend it on that. I'm just going to go a little above that. See if I can get this pretty close together. Like that. And I've got my foot off of the presser foot so I don't sew my finger. Scooch up. And just a little bitty edge stitch. There we go. Like that. Now then, that's in place. So now what we'll do is we'll put pretty sides together and pin this in place and stitch around the edge, and we'll leave an opening at the bottom, just about here. Little back stitch. This is the area that I'm going to leave open. When you get to the corner, stop about 1/4 of an inch away and pivot. Same on all 4 corners. Let's see, there we go. Now I'm following my fabric. This is a little bit wider than my fabric. Right here I can see that this is a little over, so I'm just following the line of my fabric, not the interfacing. Alright, so I've got about 4 inches there, maybe like that. Clip the corners. Make sure you don't clip your thread. Now turn it right side out. Poke through that opening. Okay, we're going to poke out the corners. I've got fingernails, so I could do that with my fingernails, but if you need a pokey stick or a little dowel stick or something like that, maybe a pencil, mechanical pencil, if you push the lead back into the body of the pencil so that you don't put marks or poke through the corner. Let me see. Let's see what I can do. This is just with my fingernail. If you need to use like a little blunt pair of scissors or scissors that are not real sharp, you could also use that. All right, I'm going to do that on the other two corners. We could go to the ironing board and press this, and if you need to, do that. But that interfacing is pretty stiff, and so it's really easy to just finger press this into place. But again, if you want to go to the ironing board, you can do that. Now, on this bottom part, look, that's already just pretty well turned in on where it needs to be. I'm going to go ahead and pin that, and I'm just going to do an edge stitch, not a top stitch. Like a top stitch would be about 1/4 of an inch in, but I'm just going to do an edge stitch around this, around the whole thing. Okay, it's all finished. All the threads are all trimmed out, and it's ready to load it up with crayons. Now, there's 16 pockets, and I had a package of 24 crayons. Yeah, they're all empty. All right, and so let me just do a little sidetrack here. If you've not ever read this book, this is the most adorable book. It's called The Day the Crayons Quit. And the illustrations, of course, I illustrate children's books too. These are precious. I did not illustrate this book. I wish I had. These are so stinking cute. Like, which one is his favorite crayon and who gets Duncan? This is such a sweet, sweet book. So, and I just thought about that whenever I was trying to decide what crayons are going to go in this roll. Well, we got to have red for sure. There's a red. And there's an orange. Let's get you in there, poke you in there. Can something fit in this end? Yes. Okay, and we are gonna, there's no black. Oh, there you are. There's a black. Gotta have a black. All right. So now we're gonna wrap this up. Roll it up. Make sure our little hair tie thing fits around there. And there is our little Crayon Roll. Carry that to church or put it in your purse for your kiddos. I love it. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure you give me a little thumbs up, like, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.